No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you, the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Beth Beloit. I'm part of the Ministry Associate team, and Reverend Darlene is on vacation this week. Good for her, right? I just wanted to welcome you and send love, and let's send it to these people back here and say hello, and we love you, and we're so glad you're with us. And if you have a cell phone and you have not turned it off, please do so. Really appreciate it. So we begin our time together here with prayer. So let's pray. In the truth of this moment, we know that we are love, light, goodness, joy, peace, serenity. We are in the absolute flow of prosperity of body, mind, and spirit. We know that all of our faculties are working together in perfect harmony, and we know that all of our beautiful body temple systems are working together in perfect harmony. And so we pause for a moment. And as we bring this prayer to close, we just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And as we open our eyes, we open with a smile. Look around. Beautiful, beautiful people. So, we're going to sing too, because we like doing that a lot here. And the first song is My Soul is Welcome Here. There's Mary Kay. There she is in all of her glory, right? At the right time, I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm now let's just take a moment and have our namaste greeting as we greet each other. Okay, we're going to sing some more. You know this one too. Helping hand, put a little love in your heart. See, it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. We just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Come on, band. Love in your heart. I hope when you decide kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Oh yeah. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love. Put a little love in your heart. Love. Put a little love in your heart. Thank you. Woo. You sound good. All of you sound so good. And so we have some youth with us today. And as our usual custom, we're going to bless them. And so let's turn to our youth and let's say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Yes. Have a great day. Have a great time. And if there are, I know, look at all the babies. Oh. I know, all these beautiful children. Absolutely wonderful. And so if you're a newcomer, if you wouldn't mind, we would really appreciate it if you took one of our cards that have a little red heart on them. So if you would raise your hand and let us know who you are, and anyone that sees a hand that doesn't get a card with a sticker, help us to know. It's great. And so we also bless each other with the same blessing that we just said for our children. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Oh yes. And now, Bobby, would you come up?
Hello, everyone. How are we today? Let me just say, you sounded amazing. I think everyone out here needs to be in the choir. You sound amazing, really, you do. As everybody knows, my name is Bobby Flowers Owenby. I forgot my tag today, but I think most people know who I am. I am the board president, and today I want to read a letter from one of our virtual members who happened to be here at homecoming that weekend. And she just had such an amazing time, and she wrote us a little letter. So I want to read that little letter to you. It says, "Dear Unity of the Blue Ridge family, I don't even know where to begin to express my gratitude for homecoming weekend. How grateful I am for everyone's warm hospitality. I arrived unexpected, but without expectations, and you blew me out of the water, beginning with the concert on Friday. I experienced so much fun and joy with Reverend Paulette and all attendees. The native pipe ceremony with Sharon Oxendine was a privilege. Getting to meet face-to-face the people I have grown to love virtually over the past couple of years was most extraordinary. To see in person Reverend Darlene, Reverend Marty, Reverend Deborah, Reverend Christy, Reverend Megan was amazing enough, but to meet Reverend Paulette, Sharon Oxendine, and Mariah, who wrote the song with the words, we all are one. There is no separation. There is no separation about no separation. I got to sit next to her at the pipe ceremony with Sarah when Sarah sang it. Took me over the top. I was greeted by Barry Saturday morning, who advised me that our brick had arrived for the Lambeth and that she hoped to lay it while I was there. We picked a place for it where she laid and blessed it. In the West, where we live, just beyond one of my favorite biblical quotes, "This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad." I also got to meet Mary, Reverend Marty's sister, who kindly drove me to the concert, back to my hotel, and to the Saturday workshops. Additionally, I got to meet my dear friend Linda Wanamaker, who I have gotten to know more intimately in our after the Sunday service fellowship, along with Lori Land and Vicki Pruitt. Linda drove me to dinner Saturday, picked two of us out-of-towners up for Sunday service, and drove me to the airport. I met so many that I'm sure I missed someone. Saturday dinner, I got to meet Reverend Beth and her partner Pat, Brandy, and Susan from Texas. I told a dear Unity friend who is local here that I felt I could have flown home without a plane. I continue to bask in the energy and love of the weekend. I watched this past Sunday service and experienced Church of the Multiple Kleenexes. We've experienced that quite a lot. I felt a longing in my heart for you all. I feel a longing in my heart for you all, and a special thanks to Reverend Darlene for navigating us to the heart as she always does. I would also like to read a little something. As you all know, we have a book club going on right now, and we are reading Lynn Twist's book. And in chapter 9, she wrote, "True wealth comes from accumulating what we think we want, but," now let me start that again. "True wealth comes not from accumulating what we think we want, but from knowing we are blessed with what we truly need. When we are in touch with our sufficiency and our needs are met." Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Wow, when I asked her to read, I said, it's a mouthful, but it's really important. So thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate you so much. I had a couple of other things that I needed to announce before I bring John Stringer up, right? One of them is that we have a craft fair back there. And so please be sure to show up for that, and as you leave, you can just go right out that door right there and buy all kinds of great things. It just touches my heart to be able to introduce John. I've known of him for quite some time. I feel like I know you from years past, and he is an amazing, not just an amazing musician, but just an amazing being. I'm going to read this intro. John Stringer is a life teacher, speaker, Billboard charting songwriter and singer, healer and author with a passion for music, community, and alignment with Source from moment to moment. He currently serves as founder of Polyplat Records, partner at Healing Arts Management, and ConsciousSongwritingRetreat.com. And he co-host of the Awakened Pillow Talk. I like that. That's a podcast that he does with Kathy, his wife, right? John speaks and performs around the world, supporting his limitless love and light and moment-to-moment CDs along with his latest book. So he has a merchandise table out there. Let's make sure that we visit that. The Abundance Vibration is a guide to alignment, as well as offering transformative workshops, spiritual guidance, and coaching. We could go on for a long time, John. You can go to his website and find out all kinds of amazing things. So it's with a full heart that I welcome John Stringer.
There is a space in my heart where I find the truth. I find me and you, a truth beyond what you may see now. But when we are one, we bring more good about. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. And be who you are and let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. See when new eyes allow and unfold. Embrace and let go. Trust the flow. There's a freedom in love when you follow your heart. Together we are stronger than we could ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. And be who you are and let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. And breathe in and out. Slowly feel all that's around you, and all that you feel, and all that you know. Let it go. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. And be who you are and let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. Yeah, when we unite. Oh, 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 oh. When we unite. Yeah, yeah. Oh, when we unite. Can you help me sing this? Say, you are welcome here. You are welcome. Love is welcome. Peace is Perfect. Great job. So it just dawned on me, I might need that wireless mic if that's okay. May I use that? Where did it go? Where? There it is. All right. Perfect. Thank you. So it is an honor to visit with you all before. Some of you had the delight to meet. Love playing with this wonderful band. Please give it up. Always a pleasure. And I'd like to thank Reverend Darlene and all your incredible reverends and all the staff here. Just amazing, the gathering of souls to serve here. I've been very impressed and touched. And I must say, right off the bat, usually it takes a while for me to feel that energy and that spirit and that presence coming through. But before we even started the service, I was tearing up like, wow, it's strong. So appreciate each of you for bringing that presence, that high frequency, that vibration of love, of oneness. I can definitely feel it here, so thank you for that. I also like to thank my wonderful hosts. Even though we only got to pass in the night and see each other, they put me up last night, and we were off this morning. Peter and give me a second, Karen Eve. We just met, so as you can imagine, I'm remembering names. But thank you so much for your love and opening your home to me. I so appreciate it. So I'm here to essentially be a vessel, be in tune and listen to what I call source, align with that source, expand my awareness, and allow that source to speak, to share, to give me whatever it is that's mine to transmit. And thankfully, I received a title prior to coming. So I already know the content is from scarcity to abundance. Or, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. From scarcity to sufficiency. Now, I just gave something away because I'm going to read something to you that I received about this. And what I love, I must say, is to be able to trust life and what it's bringing. Believe that's how we discover the sufficiency. It's a starting point, but that starting point doesn't have to be a point of conviction. I believe the mustard seed that's talked about is desire. I believe that mustard seed of faith is actually the willingness to cry out for help when we're in the midst of doubt, when we're in the midst of the illusion of separation, and in the midst of suffering. Believe that mustard seed of faith needed to move mountains is simply desire. Now, I could go and tell you a whole bunch of anecdotes about how I've seen that. It's been proven in my life, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is, have you seen it in yours? The times where you had a desire and you wished it were so, but you didn't even believe it could happen. And then it manifests. That's happened to me many times. It was simply the clarity that I'd reached to recognize it's what I truly desire. And then I felt what it felt like. Quick story I was telling Karen Eve and Peter about meeting my wife. I told them how I made the list. 3 days prior to a magnificent connection, I made a simple list, just trying to figure out what I want in relationships. Because it felt like scarcity.
I had experienced in relationships prior to. And I was at that point, just wanted clarity. I didn't know what else to do. I wasn't on a path of practice like I am now. I'd gone to West Point Military Academy. They taught me performance enhancement, and they taught me the Benjamin Franklin method, the pros and cons list. So I'm like, okay, let me just try that. That's all I knew to do. So I'm like, okay, my last relationships, I didn't like this, I didn't like this, I didn't. And what did I like about my relationship? Okay, these are the pros. I did like this, did like this. I had the insight to look at the don't likes. And I believe this was just divine intervention. What's the opposite of those things? I'm like, oh, what's the opposite of the things I don't like? Boom, 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 boom. Wrote that down and had a master list of all the things I desired, right? That's the Benjamin Franklin method with a twist. After that, looking at the list, and it came to me, and I felt what I really want is that amazing belief I had when I was a kid, that time would stop, that there would be this punctuation of presence when I meet that person. And there would be this chemistry, and the birds would sing, and the angels would come out and rejoice. And I felt it viscerally, and I was like, wow, man, I wish it could be like that. That's what I truly desired. Guess what I did? Balled up the paper and said, that'll never happen. 3 days later, it happened. That's why I say I don't think it's that mustard seed, that mountain moved. That mustard seed, I believe, is that clarity of the desire and the intention. That clarity, all I did was activated the frequency and vibration, and I felt it strongly. But I completely doubted it, and it manifests. And let me tell you, when it happened, I was dancing on the dance floor with a friend that I'd known for some time, and suddenly something hit me, and I felt like I was in a time warp, and the angels were singing, and the birds were chirping, and time stood still, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I wondered if someone had drugged something I drank. It was chemical, it was spiritual, it was all of that. And it didn't make sense to me. But I recognized later, wait a minute, that's what I wanted. That was 20 years ago. We're about to celebrate our anniversary on 11/11, our wedding anniversary. We've been together ever since. And that wonderful demonstration from scarcity to sufficiency is one simple example of why I believe trust that life gives us what we need to manifest all we desire when we take note. So let's talk about that. So I'm going to read to you a simple guidance or download, I call it different things, that I received for this talk. And what I love, and I teach is this wonderful alignment process to just expand our awareness and listen to our birthright, our genius, and to bring it through. And anybody can do it. I believe it's what Yeshua, that wonderful master teacher, did when he said that the words that I speak are not my own, but I speak to you what the Father gives me and how to say it. So I'm going to do the same and read to you what I received. What do we need to move from scarcity to sufficiency, whether in our lives, in our personal walk with the divine, in our relationships, in our communities? What does it take to move from scarcity to abundance in our experience, in our world? There are two types of scarcity that I'd like to talk about that we create. One is of consciousness, and the other is of experience. So the scarcity in consciousness is when we select the thoughts, the vibrations, the meaning that underlie what we see. appearance of things. In other words, we activate and amplify the illusions to take form in our experience, thus attracting the things we have invoked. Now, the second form of scarcity is in our experience. It is what we manifest by choosing the first. In other words, not just the physical representation, but the instant manifestation within when we choose such forms of thought and meaning, such levels of consciousness. We then manifest the external experience. Example, when I look back on my relationships and I selected the meaning and I looked at what I don't like, was activating meaning and thought that had corresponding vibrations. And there's a certain internal experience I have thinking about those things. I'm instantly manifesting an experience because the quality of my thinking informs the quality of my experience. What if I switch my thinking? Okay, I know what I don't want. What do I want? What's the opposite of those things? Now I'm activating a different quality of thinking. Therefore, I activate a different quality of internal experience. Now, we know this from many teachings, many practices. We hear it. Sometimes we forget and get distracted, but the important part is remembering I always have the power to activate what I desire internally. I always have the power to manifest anything I desire instantly. That's the hack that escapes us sometimes and we forget. We keep thinking it's out there. We look at the world of form and select thoughts that say and correspond to what we don't want. We look at the news, the conflict, the war, and activate what we don't want. And if we remember, I have the power to create the experience of what I do want. We can bring heaven to earth. Because all they need, all anyone else needs is our example of love and light. Love is able to be in the darkness, see the darkness, accept the darkness, and emanate and transmit its light. It's not to eradicate the darkness. It's to be present. It's to integrate. It's not to separate. Love is never separating. Love is always accepting. That's the essence of who we are. And we know what gets in the way, right? Judgment. Judgment, selecting levels of thought that tell us this isn't right, this is wrong. Levels of meaning that inform an internal experience of what we don't want. My favorite example is the holidays. And aren't the holidays wonderful? I hope you feel that way. There was a time I didn't, so if you don't, I understand. The holidays, for me, are now this beautiful, beautiful time to come together and to accept what I used to reject. To accept the family members that might have these quirks and ways of being and want to fight and conflict and want to judge you and tell you you're wrong and all that, and just to be present and accept that that's their way of loving. Some people have been conditioned to think that if they don't tell you you're wrong and convince you of the truth, you're going to hell. They are convinced that it is their duty to save you, and that's their way of showing love. When I listen to that great I am tells me, if that's what they use to find my love, let them have it. Who are you to take it away? Who are you to tell them they're wrong? So I'm like, okay, may I accept all that is as perfect. So the holidays come around, instead of feeling I'm separate from my good and scarcity, I see sufficiency. I see opportunity. And if I forget and feel that little trigger when someone's acting a certain way or talking to me about a certain topic I don't really want to discuss, and I feel that resistance coming up, I go to my practice. Align, allow, let go. Expand my awareness. Access that knowing that reminds me and brings through the frequencies to create harmony. It lets me know what is mine to do. I even inquire mentally. Should I say something about this? No, okay. Just listen? Yes, okay. And accept it and flow with it. And sometimes I might even hear, give them a hug, say I love you, and then step aside and go to the next family member. But there's infinite possibilities. There's no cookie cutter solution to whatever arises. There's infinite possibilities. And what everyone needs from us is only one thing: our example of love and light. Our example of the essence of who we truly are. And if we can use a practice in any moment to bring us to that expanded awareness so we can bring through that truth of who we are, we're not only creating harmony and more of what we do want, we're creating an experience of sufficiency in a new definition. So let me get to this new definition. When we think of sufficiency, it's easy to think of what I think of as an old modality. That old modality says sufficiency is enough. That old modality says sufficiency is, if I can find it, I have it written down, I promise. The actual dictionary definition, sufficiency is, all right, I can't find it, so I'll just remember it. Sufficiency is enough, almost like acceptable. Like, okay, this is sufficient to survive. That level of sufficiency is the dictionary level that I saw. But I want to introduce you and suggest there is a different level of sufficiency. That's like the construct, human level. But the definition I want to go into is this higher level that sees sufficiency as providing what is essential for life's infinite possibilities. That level of sufficiency is equivalent to abundance. There's an old scripture that says, my grace is sufficient for you. It's love, it's divine intelligence reminding us that my grace is sufficient for you. Not only is it enough, but that grace is what gives the foundation for our ability to step into infinite expression of who we're here to be. And who we're here to be is a co-creation defined by our soul's blueprint. How many of you heard of soul's blueprint? Soul's blueprint, a few of you. Soul's blueprint is something I'd never heard of until I meditated and asked about life. And I heard, oh, soul's blueprint, and received it. And then I started hearing of it from other teachers. I'm like, oh, it's a thing that other people are tuning into. My son and I just recently talked about that beautiful access to life's sufficiency at levels of consciousness, the infinite possibilities of information that we can ask and receive. These wonderful teachings. My ordination, my authority only comes from tuning in and hearing, this is yours to do. So this wonderful sufficiency we're talking about, no matter what occurs externally, we are always given the opportunity to choose the meaning in every moment, to access that genius and bring through whatever it is we need to bring through. So let's talk about that soul's blueprint. It's so funny trying to follow my notes on my phone. Coming from Atlanta, I wasn't able to print out what I downloaded, so I'm bouncing to find each line. That's right, doing my best. Sufficiency. Okay, there we go. So, the soul's blueprint. You know what? I'm just going to let Spirit do it because I honestly can't even find it in there. So the soul's blueprint is this co-creation that goes through each phase of our lives. It's this wonderful co-creation with the I am and all consciousness involved to create what you're going to express as source. The oneness, the only one of us here. Think of it like a coding or a program to create, okay, your individuated point of awareness in this wide spectrum of infinite consciousness that is the I am, that is the truth of who you are, is going to individuate as a body that looks like what you're wearing right now. And it's going to think and forget all this other consciousness and come into what feels like an illusion of separation and begin to learn what it feels like to identify as this vehicle, as this illusion, and begin to go through different lessons. And then at this age, move into this phase. At this age, move into this phase. And there are going to be roles that you step into and have the opportunity to discover. And there are going to be challenges and lessons that you learn at each phase. And it's already done. Yet you have, paradoxically, the freedom to choose the whole time how you experience it all. You even get to go back and re-experience if you want to. How you say, I saw an eyebrow raise. You even get to look back at your childhood. Maybe have someone like a therapist walk you through the process. And all those conclusions and meaning you created that no longer serve you, you get to redo, reprogram, reconclude, release, let go, recreate meaning that serves you. That little thing we call healing, it's at the meaning level. Because everything that happens in this external creation wait for it, is meaningless. When I first received that and shared it with my wife, boy, did we have a conversation. I don't know how long it was, but it took a while to bring through, what is that? What do you mean everything is? Our identification with physicality does not accept that. That false identification that thinks it's you, that thinks it's this body, that thinks it's the name you were given when you came into that expression through the womb and out into this illusion. It doesn't like to think everything is meaningless. You create the meaning. What does this mean? You're creating all kinds of meaning. What does it mean in Japan or Great Britain? It's offensive. Japan, they don't do this. They do this. There's a difference. Well, what's the difference? Here in the U.S., it doesn't mean much difference, right? You create the meaning. This actually means nothing until you select and make it mean something. And that meaning is dependent upon what you're choosing. This is in the wonderful book, The Abundance Vibration, A Guide to Alignment. And the point is, you can go to culture and see different meaning for different things. Like this means different things in different cultures. Why? If it had a real meaning, it wouldn't be relative. You can't make this mean something here, and if it truly has that meaning, it should mean it there. Why doesn't it? Because you make the meaning. You choose the meaning. It's the same with everything. We choose the meaning. The quality of our thinking, the quality of those choices inform the quality of the experience, right? So that's a fundamental lesson. And I sure hope I can find exactly what is in my notes here. I received that download so I could be prepared, but what I'm remembering is it's the oneness that helps us transcend that attachment to the meaning. It's our ability to align with the essence of who we are that expands our awareness enough to see that this dogmatic attachment to this level of conditioned, limited thinking and meaning is not the only way to interpret what is. And when this brings us to some sort of conflict, what do we choose? No, it means this. No, it means that. What if we can be the example of limitless love and light by aligning with the essence of what we are to expand our awareness and see, why does it mean that for you? What if I seek to understand, accept where you are, and instead of feeling threatened by the differences, expand to see what's mine to do in that situation of conflict? Letting go of the limited conditioned thinking and the attachment that creates the separation, that creates the fear, that creates the scarcity. How do we apply it practically besides conflict? How do we move into this sufficiency of life that brings us limitless possibilities in our personal lives, in our relationships, in our community, in our world. There's no cookie cutter answer, but there are some principles that we know, and we're just remembering together. One is trust. Trusting that everything is for us, and that desire within me is an indicator that the source of life is seeking to fulfill something. I know the plans I have for you, declares the I am, plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. That doesn't suck. If the meaning we're making about life sucks, it's because that's what we're choosing. If we're suffering, it's because that's what we're choosing. Broken ankle, overwhelming pain, been there, medicine not available yet, feeling like take me now because I can't take this anymore. I had that wonderful experience and I called upon the I am, tried every practice I could remember, and suddenly peace that passed understanding, transcendent peace without a single change. Another anecdotal example, and yet I've had that repeat. Meaning we have the power to access all those things we've heard about, infinite possibilities. The key is tuning in and listening, trusting that, okay, if I desire something different in my experience, there must be something I can access at the level of consciousness that will inform my internal experience so I can instantly manifest what I desire. Because it is all for me. Even your desire is for you. Your desire, if you're projecting on the external, that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the internal desire when you go from the level of form and separation to the level of meaning, and you recognize what you make that mean, and you drop down into the level of sensation and try to figure out, why do I want that? Why do I want to feel it? What does it feel like to me? You activate frequency and vibration. What do I want in a relationship? Ooh, what do I not like? What's the opposite of that? Ooh, I feel what I really want. Whoa, is this? Oh, it would be like that. I activated the frequency and the vibration. Didn't even believe it could happen. And then the universe manifests. What a beautiful, graceful process that we all have the ability to create. Instant manifestation is at the level of vibration and frequency. Anything you desire is yours. That's the sufficiency of life. Infinite possibilities. There really is no separation to anything you desire. Isn't that crazy? But we are conditioned to think otherwise, that we're separate from our good. Either that's true or oneness is real. You get to choose, and as you choose, and so it is. So I'm going to read something from here and end with that. So we talked about trust. Alignment and aligned inquiry. To align with the source of life through a simple meditation. Align, allow, let go, or whatever assists you with aligning in any moment. Whether you're in traffic, whether you're in a heated conversation. What can you access to align with the source of who you are? And then align to inquire. To expand that awareness and ask. That's prayer. From moment to moment, what is mine to know about what is occurring right now? What is mine to do? And following that inspired action. To remember doing that is the practice. And the more we remember, the more we're activating our right, our birthright, to claim our own example of limitless love and light. To be harmony in every moment. This practice can allow you to recognize how and when you've been choosing scarcity and it expands your awareness to levels of consciousness that offer new ways of being and doing. Yes, new frequencies that bring peace in the moment and help harmonize the integration instead of separating. For scarcity comes from separation, from lack consciousness. Now for the final tool I'll share is this. Trust, we talked about. Your practice to align with source and inquire, a form of prayer we talked about. Third tool, community. Community gives us the opportunity to mirror and reflect the love, the lessons, the expansion, to connect in expanded awareness of my own consciousness as you. This love, this expansion, this experience allows us to realize what we truly are. The interconnected oneness that chooses either scarcity or the sufficiency of life. The abundance. Yes. I'm going to ask you to engage with me now in a song as a meditation. Love to call the band, and Mary Kay's going to join us on this one. This song or meditation is a practice in and of itself. That wonderful reminder that there is a power, a force, an essence everywhere present, all-knowing, divine intelligence that is us, the limitless love and light expressing as us. And it is simply saying yes to all we choose internally, instantly manifesting based on law. Quality of our thinking informs the quality of our experience, both immediately and externally. And so that power is saying yes to all we choose. It's up to us to say yes to what we desire. And that desire is of source, is of the I am, when we think of it as vibration. Gently open my eyes. No matter what I do, your love is always coming through. When I look in any situation, and I say yes, I say yes, I say yes to your love. Oh yes, oh yes, and I say yes. Great Spirit, I say yes. Father, I say yes.
to your love. Oh yes, oh yes. Take my hands, do what you will, and take my voice. Do what you will, and take my all. Do what you will, let your love flow through me. Will you sing that with me? Take my hands. Take my hands. Do what you will, my voice. Take my voice. Do what you will, my all. And take my all. Do what you will. Let your love flow through me. I know you know the plans to prosper me. Yes, give me hope in the future, and I say yes. I surrender, and I say yes. Yes. Can you sing that? Yes. Yes. And I say yes. Yes. Oh, when I say yes. Yes. Can you help me lift your voice and make a joyful noise? Come on. Let's say yes together. Oh, yes. And I say yes. To sufficiency I say yes, yes. To Father I say yes, 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 and I say yes, yes, and I say yes to love. Yes, to peace I say yes, 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 and I say yes. Great Spirit, we say yes. To abundance we sing yes. To your love, oh yes, oh yes. We know that grace is sufficient. Yes, in a way that makes all things possible. Yes. So we give thanks to the great I am. Yes, to your love. Oh yes, oh yes. Yes.
Sometimes that's all you can say. That was so wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mary Kay. So I'd like to call up the prayer chaplain and the ushers. And just thank you so much, John. Thank you, band. Thank you, everyone. The prayer chaplains are here for you after service. They are willing to pray with you. Everything is confidential. Everything is sacred. There is a room and there is a sign outside that will tell you how to get back to the prayer chaplain space, the little small chapel there. And please know that it is a great gift to them and to you to pray.
And so now let's say together our offering. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. I am now in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving. Thank you, God, and so it is.
Here I am. I've heard that you've been looking for me. Part of me to look for me. I think that's kind of funny. And here I am, waiting for you. Listen for me now. I can wait for as long as it takes, because everything is already here, right now, right now. Holy instant, holy moment. Holy instant, holy moment. You've seen your peaks, you've seen the veil removed, yet you know that you love to suffer until you're ready for some higher good. Yeah, it's all good as you say it, it's all good, 'cause I made it that way. The essence is eternal, an extension of myself. Holy instant, holy moment. Holy instant, holy moment. Your creation or form is something else, beauty but not real. So don't get caught in how you feel when you see something go down that you don't like. Remember, oh remember, there's no wrong and there's no right. Holy instant, holy moment. Holy instant, holy moment. Oh, oh, oh. Let's take it to the bridge, man. And don't be afraid to speak to me, to ask whatever you may need. And don't be afraid to let it go. Whatever you need to know. Holy instant, holy moment. Holy instant, holy moment. I will lead you home. All right, come on. I will lead you home. Oh, yeah. Don't be afraid to release the pain. Cry and feel the love again. Don't be afraid to release the pain. Cry and feel the love again. Oh, holy, holy, 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 oh.
Yes. 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 Thank you so much, John. And what a great opportunity now to hear from our Keepers of the Light team. Jessica, are you coming up? What a great day, huh? We miss Reverend Arlene. We miss her. But we're glad she gets to go on vacation, right? Glad she gets to go on vacation.
Hello. Hi. So I am here to give an update on Keepers of the Light, and I wanted to share one of the reasons we themed the program, thank you, Let Your Light Shine, is just as a nod to coming into alignment with our own oneness, our own understanding of what it means to be affluent, what it means to have flow, what it means to come into conscious connection with one another and with our programs, our people, our property, and just to continue sharing that with the world. And something that I wanted to share that came to mind as I was thinking about this is the original Our Father prayer. Has anybody ever heard the original Our Father prayer, translated from Aramaic? It's really beautiful, and I wanted to read it and then give an update on where we're at. So the prayer to Our Father, translated into first century Aramaic: O thou from whom the breath of life comes, who fills all realms of sound, light, and vibration. May your light be experienced in my utmost holiest. Your heavenly domain approaches. Let your will come true in the universe, all that vibrates, just as on earth that is material and dense. Give us wisdom for our daily need. Detach the fetters of fault that bind us. Like we let go of the guilt of others, let us not be lost in superficial things, but let us be freed from that what keeps us all from our truest purpose. From you comes the all-working will, the lively strength to act, the song that beautifies all and renews itself from age to age, sealed in trust, faith, and truth, which is Amen. Amen. So right now, our amount pledged to date is $136,027, and the number of pledges to date is 44. And we are so thrilled and so thankful for the pledges and for the giving. I know when I think of myself, I pledge as a declaration and an affirmation of what I want to continuously circulate it through me as a channel of all that is. That's all I am, is a channel and a vessel. So that's why I pledge. And I give as my commitment to honor that pledge and honor my place in this world and in this community. So if you have not pledged yet, I'd love to encourage you to. Whatever you feel drawn to is totally fine. And you can meet our KOTL members in the lobby here, and it just lets us know what you're planning so that we know what to plan for. And Michael, I know you're down there and I'm up here, but is there anything I missed? Okay, awesome. Thank you all so much.
Wow, what a wonderful group of people. All right, let's see. I wanted to make sure that you were aware about the craft fair, and the doors will be open right after the service. These handheld mics are interesting sometimes because I want to go like this. So, John has some merchandise out in the lobby also. And so let's just now join together and sing our peace song. And I wanted to tell you that not only does Mary Kay do a wonderful job with music here, she's also an artist, so you'll see her works back there as well.
And there are a lot of children here. I want to draw your children.
Children, babies.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Brothers and sisters are we. Let us walk with each other